Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Bitcoin Bulletin. I'm your host, and today we're talking about a very interesting development in the world of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin recently hit a new all-time high of nearly $112,000 on May 22, sparking excitement among investors. But is it a buy or sell? Let's take a closer look at history. For those who may not be aware, Bitcoin has been around since January 2009, giving us now 16 years of history to examine. And the overwhelming evidence shows that Bitcoin follows 4-year cycles. The cycle begins with a steady accumulation phase, which leads to a growth phase, followed by a bubble phase, and ultimately ends in a steep decline or even a crash. The defining moment of every 4-year cycle is the Bitcoin halving, typically taking place every 4 years. By knowing when the most recent halving event took place, we can determine where Bitcoin is in any given 4-year cycle. Since the last halving occurred in April 2024, that means we're more than 12 months into the bubble phase of the cycle. And if history repeats itself, we should be concerned. Let's take a closer look at Bitcoin's chart from the previous 4-year cycle, which included a halving event on May 11, 2020. On the date of the halving, Bitcoin was trading at about $10,000. During the next 12 months, it eventually hit a price of $60,000 in April 2021. But then, out of nowhere, Bitcoin suddenly collapsed to the $30,000 level. It looked like Bitcoin was done, but we know that's not always the case. Bitcoin recovered, regained its all-time high, and then soared all the way to $69,000 by the end of 2021. And then it happened again. The cycle started anew. This time around, with the recent price surge, is uncannily similar to its performance during the previous Bitcoin bull market rally in 2021. Back then, its all-time high was followed by an immediate price decline, and then a brand new all-time high. But trying to predict the future price of Bitcoin in the near term is a fool's errand. As soon as Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, it becomes much more volatile. The intraday price swings become much more dramatic, and the price of Bitcoin can bounce all over the place. For investors who are convinced that Bitcoin is going to soar to $200,000 from here, you have investors saying that Bitcoin is going to fall all the way back to $69,000. So what does this mean for us? Well, even if Bitcoin follows its historical pattern, it just means that we'll have to wait another 4 years for more amazing gains. Before investing in Bitcoin, consider the Motley Fool Stock Advisor team's top 10 picks. They've identified stocks that could produce monster returns in the coming years. That's all for today's episode of Bitcoin Bulletin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on the world of cryptocurrency.